Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a brand new video, or welcome to you if it's your first time meeting me. My name is Chelsea and we are just trying to improve ourselves over here. I'm on a journey of self-improvement, I'm always learning new things and we're going to basically just learn together. That's the plan. We are going to be talking about how to love yourself. What's crazy is that when I was younger and I used to hear people say about like loving themselves and all that stuff, I used to think that like people that love themselves are just they're cocky, they're entitled, and like I used to think in my head for some reason that it was wrong to love yourself and say positive things about yourself. I don't know if that was the media or if it was like the environment I grew up in. I don't really know what it was, but like now I know there's a fine line, isn't it? Like there's just a balance, just like with anything in life. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with loving yourself and being positive about yourself. Like in fact, that's probably the best way to get through life, is just to be positive and happy about yourself. I grew up in a really negative environment and I feel really horrible saying it. I hope my parents never watch this because I don't know if they realise, but it was not a nice environment to grow up in. And you might be the same, you might have grown up around negative people, maybe even like toxic people, like horrible environments that have given you this thing inside of you where you just can't be kind to yourself, you can't be nice to yourself, and it's really hard to find that love and positive energy for yourself. Or you could be in that situation now where you're around a lot of negative people, they're quite draining, they're bringing you down, they're making you think certain things and think in certain ways about yourself. What we need to do is we need to get out of that and we need to change it. My first step that I would say to you before I even get into this video is just, if you have any of those kind of people in your life now, you need to remove them. And it's not as easy as just saying, oh yeah, they're gonna come out of my life. No, it's not that easy, especially when you had relationships with them for a long time. They may be family members and you may think, I can't cut my family off. If you can't cut them off completely, at least try and make a distance and a barrier so that it's on your terms when you see them and when you're around them. Just try and have like, you know, some sort of control over the situation, because you don't want to get to the point where they are taking over and they're in your ear completely and you don't have any space for your thoughts to rationalize what is real. Because when these people are like putting you down or saying negative things, it's so easy to believe that that's true when it's generally not. It's actually, well, I used to think, but I don't think now, so much easier to hate yourself or think negative about yourself than it is to love yourself. But that's not the case. It's just that that's what we've been conditioned to and that's what we're used to. And sometimes it gets to the point where you've been thinking in that thought process for so long that you start to believe that it's real and that there's no other way of thinking. But trust me, there is. And once you get into this way of thinking where you're thinking positive things about yourself and you're thinking good thoughts and your mind is a lot more clear, then that will become your new normal, your new comfortable thing. Like I said in my last video, and like I'm going to say all the time, the mind is so powerful, and if you can do anything that you put your mind to, and if you want to take that positive step, today is the day to do it. Imagine now, today, you take your first step into thinking positive and loving yourself and just doing all around better for yourself. Just think about where you're going to be in 1 week, 1 year, 1 month, whatever it is. You're going to be better. Even if it's just 1% better, making one small change to get to where you want to be is better than nothing. Because imagine if you walk away from this video and you do nothing about your situation. In a week's time, in a month's time, in a year's time, you're probably going to be stuck in the same situation that you're in. What I'm saying is, any little step is better than doing nothing at all about it. So my first step is one that I've kind of mentioned already, but it's just to be mindful of who you are surrounding yourself with and what you are surrounding yourself with. So I've kind of touched on the people. Sometimes it's difficult. If you're living with parents or family and those are the people that are negative, like I said, you're going to have to try and create that barrier between them. If you cannot see them at all and get them out of your life completely, that's great. It might be a gradual process of you just gradually seeing them less or talking to them less before that you completely cut them out of your life. Or you might want to do a cold turkey, boom, get them out of your life. Or if you are living with them, just try and maybe, I'm thinking on my feet here of what I could do. Perhaps go out when you know they're going to be inside the house, or try and, I don't want to say lock yourself in your room, just try and be in not the space that they're in basically. And maybe even possibly, if they're a negative person, I doubt this will work, but possibly in your situation you could perhaps have a conversation with them and say, look, I'm really trying to like better myself, be a bit more positive, you know, is it right if you don't say certain things around me? I don't know how it's going to work with some sort of people. Or just try and not react to the negative things that they're saying and try and sort of talk back to them with positive reinforcement. So for example, if they say something negative about you, like they don't like the dress you're wearing, for example, you could say, oh, that's fair enough, everyone has different tastes, I really like the dress, I'm really happy that I'm wearing this, you know, that's one example. Or they could be being negative about themselves, talk kind of back to them. They say they don't like something about themselves, talk kind of back to them. I mean, I think that's what you would do anyway, but just try and lighten up the conversation, make it positive, and hopefully they might start to change their mindset, or they might realise that actually this person isn't receiving the negative things I'm trying to say to them, I'm not going to bother anymore. They might start to change the way they talk, or they might just avoid you altogether. But you know what, I'd rather someone avoid me altogether than provide me with negative interaction anyway. Okay, I've moved outside. I thought the lighting might improve, but it hasn't. But we are under a tree. But anyway, we're going to continue the conversation. So yeah, just be mindful. What I was saying was just be mindful with who you surround yourself with and the energy that you're getting. That's going to throw you off balance, and the energy that you get from others is going to affect how you feel about yourself as well. So that's a big thing to take into consideration. And then also in terms of like things you're reading or whatever. So we're thinking about social media, like TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff. Like, you need to just change your For You pages. So anything that's making you feel bad about yourself, like for example, seeing girls that don't look like you, or even guys, if you're a guy, sorry, without even realizing, you're going to be feeling bad about yourself because those people don't look like you, and it's not really attainable for you because you can't look like someone that doesn't look like you. So then you're going to be feeling bad about yourself. You're going to want their features. It's going to internally make you feel like your body or the way you look is not normal. So change your feed up and make it sort of positive things, or people that look like you, people who inspire you. You don't want anything on there that's going to make you feel bad, basically. My next point is like a big one. You need to stop the self-deprecating jokes. Stop them now. Like me, it's always been my main sense of humor is a self-deprecating joke, and it's so hard for me to beat this. Like, even now I'm still doing it, but then I'm like, hold on, no. Like, I have to fully tell myself, don't do this. Like, it's not funny. And even if you think it's funny at the time, although you're telling it as a joke and it comes across as if you don't mean it, inside your head isn't thinking like that. Your head, think of it as like a child. The child can't read the room. It literally just listens to the words that you're saying and it takes it in. So you're saying, I don't know, I'm trying to think of an example of a self-deprecating joke, but haha, my hair looks like a bush, something like that. You're telling it, okay, my hair's a bush, my hair's not nice. Like, you're internalizing that thought, and that's what you're going to start to believe without even realizing. So we need to stop that. So now what I do is, when I say the joke, I then will tell myself something nice. My hair looks like a bush, but you know, sometimes I'll just change it around and I'll be like, actually no, it's not. My hair's nice, my hair's thick, I'm grateful for it, there you go. Or I'll say something else nice about myself instead, you know, just change it around and say something positive about yourself, so you can, instead of thinking those negative thoughts, you're thinking something positive. And that was actually my next point, was make sure you're speaking positive about yourself. So say out loud, look in the mirror, say the things that you like about yourself. Even if sometimes, you know what, sometimes there's been things that I haven't believed about myself, like, oh, my body is so nice, I have beautiful curves, I have this, I have that, things I didn't believe about myself. And now I actually believe a lot of things about myself because I've said it so many times. Like, you think it's crazy and it's like, oh, that's not really gonna work. Yes, it will work. Just keep on with it, keep on with it. It doesn't matter how long you're doing it for. Do it in your head, say it out loud, write it down, whatever it is. Say these positive things about yourself and you're gonna believe them. This is kind of, my next point is kind of on the point of not being around negative people, but basically, you know what helps so much is being around people that you aspire to be like, people that have confidence, people that like love themselves and fully value themselves, and you can see that, because again, that's going to rub off on you, and then you are going to be that version. Like, have you ever like been around someone that's like spoke negative about themselves, or you know, whatever it is, it doesn't make you feel good. I had a friend like this as well, who always used to talk negative about herself and probably didn't go the right way about it, but I'm out of that friendship now. But that rubbed off on me so much, and then I felt so not good about myself, and it doesn't make you want to be friends with someone. Like, and just think about that. If you are the person that's always saying bad things about yourself, are you going to attract those good, nice people that you want to be around, and are you going to be the best version of yourself? No, you're not. Also, you really need to romanticize your life, appreciate the small things in your life, because if you are just like living your, what you would consider mundane life, by the way, it's not mundane, because some people will be so happy and some people pray and dream for the life that you live, by the way. Romanticizing it will actually make you like it. And then, because think about this, if you feel crappy about your life and you feel like your life is not good, then you don't feel good about yourself, because who created that life and who made that life? You. So if you just appreciate the little things, like, oh, I can walk, I can go outside and I can feel the air, see the sunshine or the rain, feel the leaves, see whatever it is you got outside of your house. Or I can get a coffee, I can do my job, I can help people, I can support people in this way, because every single job is helping people in some way. Even if you work in McDonald's, you're helping people eat, you're going to make their day, and perhaps by saying something nice, you know, any little thing that you do in your day can be romanticized, and that will actually make you feel so much better and more positive about the kind of day and life you're having. So it can help to be like sort of secure in the way that you look. A good tip is to like just, I was going to say just take pictures when you think you look nice, but I would say take pictures all the time, because my original point was going to be take pictures when you look nice, and then you can look back on it and then you can say, oh well, I looked good on this day, and then you'll pick out all the things that you like because you liked the way you look that day. Also, I think take pictures when you don't look good as well, because sometimes I take a picture, I feel like it doesn't look nice, I'll look back and then I think, oh my god, I actually did look nice and I could appreciate my beauty in that moment. And then I think it makes me think the next time when I don't think I look good, is it just because I feel that way now? When I look back, am I going to think that I look nice in this photo? And the answer is probably yes. And then it's kind of helped me to remove some of the insecurities that I had in certain things, because I can look at it and think, well, it isn't even bad, like there's nothing to feel upset about, you know what I mean? And another big thing I've been doing is basically just do things for yourself. You know what, in the world you actually don't need anyone, you can do anything on your own. You can go on dates by yourself, you can walk by yourself, you can go to the coffee shop by yourself, cinemas, shopping, go on a holiday by yourself. You can literally do anything by yourself. Even at home, all of your basic activities that you're going to do at home to relax, do it by yourself, because you know what it's going to be doing? It's going to be building up your relationship with yourself and helping you to enjoy your own company, helping you to build up trust within yourself. And when you have that trust within yourself, and when you really feel strongly like, oh my god, I do not need anyone, I do not, the key word being do not need anyone. Of course, it's nice to have people in your life. Of course, I think it's very important. But the key word, like I said, is need. You don't need anyone. You don't rely on anyone to bring you something into your life or fulfill a part of you that's missing, because you're fulfilling it yourself. And when you have that trust and fulfillment within yourself, guess what? You're not going to hate yourself. You're going to love yourself, because you are providing all that you need. And that's what I've really found as well. Like now, the thing that's making me feel so great is just knowing that I can wake up on any day and I'm not relying on anyone for like the confidence within myself to do something and go out, you know, like I can live without the need for anyone else. And if people are busy, guess what? I'm not going to be sitting in the house sad and miserable. I'm going to say, well, I want to do this, this and this, and I can do it. There's nothing stopping me. Once you build up the relationship with yourself, then it's actually just a key to so many things. Another tip that I have is that hopefully a lot of you do anyway, is to hype other people up around you, be kind to others, say nice things, because then you know what, you have that thing inside of you where you can just go back and say that you're a kind person and you're a nice person. And I'm not saying go and make things up that are not true. If you don't think something about someone, don't say it. So I prefer to be honest with what I'm saying to people. Like, but if I don't like something about someone, I'm not going to be nasty, by the way. I'm just going to choose not to say it, or I'll say it in a kind way, and it'll make you feel good about yourself, which therefore can reassure you that actually you have nice qualities about you. I had a really important thought that I wanted to share with you, and it's irritating because my mind is so bad that I just forgot. But basically as well, I think I spoke a lot about like the external point of loving yourself, but the point is that it's not all about looks, and you shouldn't just love the way you look. You need to love your insides as well. So you need to know that you are a good person. So for me, I want to be the best version of myself, and I want to be nice to other people and like the best type of human that I can be. My next point would be that if someone says something negative to you, then you know what you need to remember is that they obviously have something to work on within themselves. And you know what I find is a lot of time when people are negative to you, there's something, I hate using this word, but they probably are like jealous of you, or it's something they're lacking within themselves. Because whenever I've said something horrible to someone or about someone, because yes I have, because I'm not perfect, I don't think anyone can sit and claim they've never said anything nasty to or about anyone else. It's just something we need to learn and grow from. Whenever I've said that kind of thing, it's because I lack it within myself, or I don't know how they attained that. You know what I mean? Like it's something that's missing from my life. So like truly I can't ever say that I've been mean to someone and not felt a lack of whatever it is that I'm commenting on. Yeah, people that are horrible to you, don't be upset with them. Just realise that they are needing to work on themselves, and you're not necessarily going to be able to help them. You may be able to offer some sort of guidance and support, but yeah, they need to work on that themselves, and that energy again needs to stay far away from you, because you know they can't be up to interrupting your good vibes. I remembered my point that I wanted to say earlier. If you actually find out all the things you love to do, it's going to make you love yourself and love your life so much more. So for example, when I was on my own, I didn't know what I enjoyed doing. I didn't know what I liked, but I found out that, oh, when I'm at home I can do this activity, this activity, this activity, and have fun, have a good time, and don't need anyone else. And when I'm outside, these are the things I want to do. This is what I enjoy doing. This is what makes me happy. This is what fulfills me. By doing all the things that make you happy and fulfill you, you can kind of find your purpose in life. Yeah, once you find out what you enjoy in life, you're going to find your purpose in life and your happiness in life, and going to be able to trust in yourself more and know that you're doing the right thing. You know what I mean? So that was my point. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you next week. Bye bye.